Hello, how are you doing? Welcome along to FTUK's weekly catch-up live stream. Hope everything is well with you wherever you are in the world and your trading week has gone well. Very busy at FTUK as always. I hope the markets have been busy for you as well. It's certainly with Jackson Hole now. We're going to have a volatile end to the week. That dollar is a little firmer. Watch that dollar index. I said it in one of the bits of a weekly analysis a week or so ago. The Jackson Hole, it could really give us some serious volatility. So be careful. If you're doing well on your prop account at the moment, just take it easy. There's more opportunities next week. My name is Nick Quinn. I am the CEO of FTUK, and I appreciate you joining us on the live stream. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Twitter channel and our Instagram and all that stuff. It is super cool, and there's some great offers been going on at the moment. We'll talk about TradeLocker because that was an outstanding giveaway that we did. Of course, as always, do not forget Reza in Discord. Scan that QR code and head over to Discord. That's the first place that you will find out anything that's happening at FTUK, any of the major announcements. Right. We've got a lot to cover, as always. I say this every single week. We have got a lot to cover. There's never a shortage of things to talk about. We'll do the weekly payouts first, and then I want to talk through the TradeLocker giveaway that we did. It was very successful, and thank you to everybody that entered. We'll get into all of that, and I want to then discuss Drawdown. This is a debate that, I don't know, polarizes people, Marmite type situation when it comes to Drawdown. Basics on how that works and then what that means for your trading account, because we do different types of Drawdown on different types of accounts. And then we've got one or two changes, offers on the new instant funding program that we're running, and that's going to be changing, and I'll get onto all of that at the end. But first, let us start with the weekly offers. Let's start with the weekly payouts. The weekly payouts this week have been outstanding. $39,500 went out in payouts this week. Really strong, really good to see. And that's surprising in the sense that, because of the way things are this time of the month, this time of the year as well. In August, it doesn't tend to be the most active, and it's going to start getting busier in September. It's certainly moving into that season where, you're going to be making your return for the year between September and the second week of December. So yeah, it's good to see payouts so strong. Hadrian, well done to you, $774. Krishanand, well done to you, $3,022. They're all on there as well. 3,000 gone out, and then 2,281 to Munib. That's a fantastic name. Well done to you. Unfortunately, I've not had a chance to look through these in details, but yeah, it's good to see those guys getting some decent payouts. On the funded trader side, this is encouraging. This is very good to see indeed. Ashton, 400k on a level 3 instant. I was just checking before we came on the stream. Well done to you. That is outstanding as well. Justin H as well achieved a 100k on his one step. Past that. Fantastic. That's a third attempt on that account. So that's really strong performance from you, Justin. Very proud of you. Well done. Gary as well. Gary E, 40k on an account there. That's great. That's a total amount of funded of 1,725,000. That's a huge amount of trading accounts gone out. Yeah, so it's good to see. The weekly stats, they seem to be proving popular. You can obviously join any of these guys anytime that you like. All you need to do is set up a free trial on the website. I'll show you where that all is. I say it every single week. There it is on the website. Just hit that button there, join a free trial. You can see what it's like trading with us at FTUK. It's completely free. 14 days you get on it. You do not need your credit card. There's none of that. Just download the platform, log into the dashboard and see what you think. Give our two-step a test drive. That's 100k two-step for 14 days. See what you think. Simple rules. Give you an idea what it's like trading the market with the prop parameters wrapped around it. It's definitely where most of our successful traders tend to start. So yeah, fantastic on the payouts, and well done to everyone. Yeah, hopefully this is going to get even better towards the end of the year. Right, let's talk about TradeLocker. We have an amazing partnership with TradeLocker, and we're very proud to offer TradeLocker as one of our professional platforms to traders. It is an amazing bit of kit. If you've never used it, the ecosystem surrounding TradeLocker is superb. So we're very, very lucky to have them on board. And there was an amazing giveaway that they wanted to promote, so we backed it with some funded accounts. These are all instant funding accounts. We basically, it wasn't that complicated. You have to like the sort of the social posts and retweet and all that stuff. But I couldn't believe how popular it was. 65,000 total impressions on the Twitter post alone, and this was across Instagram and also Twitter. It seemed a lot of people were very interested in this. We've never sort of just given away that kind of level of account before. There was 3 accounts for Twitter and 3 accounts for Instagram. 100k, 50k, and 25k. So 6 winners in total were picked by TradeLocker. They ran all of this. We just backed it. And then they announced the winners. I think it was on Monday or Tuesday. So all of those have been now announced. So just for the purposes of just, dotting our I's and crossing our T's, these are all of the winners here: 25k, 50k, and 100k on the Twitter, and then also as well on the Instagram. These were the winners on Instagram as well: MNFFX, Simi Keenan, and also 50 moving average as well, 25k. Amazing accounts. So thank you to everybody that entered. Now, there were some people that would look at this and think, nobody ever wins this sort of stuff. It's just a sort of lot of hype promotion. No, all 6 accounts. When our TradeLocker sent over the details, the accounts team got in touch with each of these winners. All the emails were sent in, and all the accounts went out. And so I said to the accounts team, okay, well, let's just see if any of these guys, because we don't know who these people are. I don't think any of these are like regular FTUK customers. See if any of them will jump on a call and have an interview. And we've got one happening today, which I'll record after this live stream. But we had the great privilege of speaking to the guy on Twitter. He's called Matt, Trades of Echo from Uganda. He agreed to come and jump on a call with us, and congratulations to you, Matt. It's amazing to get that kind of level of funding on your account. He agreed to speak to us. So we've managed to, it's going to be posted on the YouTube channel next week, but we have got a very brief clip for you now, which I can play you. And it's when you sort of put these sorts of promotions out there with companies like TradeLocker, and you get a lot of traction online. It's good to see this stuff going to people that are working hard at their trading, and that are really taking it seriously as well.
I've had a tough start to this particular check. Has been tough. So I think my last payout was probably December last year. I think it was with FXify.
Right.
That was when I had my last payout. I think it was 4,500 or something of that sort. So for Ugandan, that it's a lot of money, regardless of how much it is. Even if it's 200, even if it's 500, that's a lot of money. If I convert it to my currency and to the country where I'm from. So when I happened to win the instant one with FTUK, I was really happy when I was among the winners of the 50k instant fund. So that's why I'm more than honored, and I'm really appreciative for winning the account. And let's see what happens with this one. You never know; it could be the game changer for me this year.
Yeah, great to hear Matt's story, and congratulations to you. I'm always fascinated to speak to the traders, because the backgrounds that people come from is always amazing. And he made some really, really good points. He loves trading gold, as a lot of people do, likes the TradeLocker platform, all of that stuff. And he's had some payouts along the way with other prop firms, which is good to see. But he made a really, really good point. And that is that, that the payouts that you get relative to the account sizes that he's sort of trading, is never ever discount how powerful that payout can be. And in some places, for some traders, it's an awful lot of money. So, I've said this before in the live streams, it doesn't really matter whether you're getting $250 as a payout, or 500, or a couple of grand, or $4,000, or whatever it is. It can be serious money, and it means such a lot to people, because it sort of validates that hard work, and it validates that success. And Matt have been trading for several years, and you struggle along, and you work and you learn, and the market teaches you as you go. So to get that kind of account then placed in front of you, where he's got a 50 grand account, and then he can obviously then achieve that next payout. It's really good to see. Yeah, so congratulations to you, Matt. These giveaways and stuff like that, we'll hopefully do one of these again with TradeLocker or some other partners as well at some point. So the best place to find out where all this stuff is happening is on the socials and on Discord as well. We tend to be, as soon as the stuff is ready to go, we tend to launch it. So those are, you've got to pay attention. And then I went through some of the Twitter comments as well over the last couple of days, and I know a lot of people are disappointed, and there was 2,000 people entered this, so I get it, and maybe we need to back some of these things with a few more accounts, but we do run them all the time, so there's always lots of opportunities. And non-farm payrolls, we do a great non-farm payroll giveaway, so please enter them, join in the live streams, join in the content, get involved. That's the best way to find out fast and then get involved. So yeah, and a massive thank you to TradeLocker. We salute you. Thank you so much, and congratulations to Matt. I said to Matt as well after the call, I said, I hope you get a payout. It'd be great if would you jump on a call with us and talk more in detail about it. He said yeah, so fingers crossed. Good luck to you, Matt. Thank you. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about Drawdown. So Drawdown, what is it? Well, Drawdown is the bit on your account which basically ring fences the risk at the bottom end. Most traders are going to understand that. And you generally get two flavors of it, certainly in prop. You get what is called a static drawdown. That is something that you would think of as being a fixed cushion. It never ever moves, it just sits there. So if you have a particular amount of money on your account, whatever percentage that drawdown level is, you can't lose any more than that. It's a protection thing. It's a guard against just blowing up the entire amount of money. So a fixed drawdown, imagine that line in the sand, you're never ever going to go beyond that. And that's always going to be based on the starting balance. 5% from the starting balance, 6%, 7%, 8%, whatever it is, depending on the deal. And you'll often see that in the offers that we do on the website as well. That will be adjusted in some way. Sometimes we give a bit more drawdown, whatever. People, it's the room that you can use to trade. Think of it like a hard floor on the account. Then you get the other type, and that is what we'll call a relative drawdown. Now, a relative drawdown is the same thing in the sense it's a cushion on your account, but it moves. But it only moves in one direction. And as it's moving, you're trading and you're becoming more successful on your account, that drawdown level, the floor of that cushion will move up slowly to match you. And the theory and the idea being is that as you're trading, as you get sucked into the market and you're sucked into your strategy and you're working, if things start to go wrong, what it will do is it's a money management protection mechanism, and it's designed to stop you from going back down. So it's a one-way street, and the theory behind it is that it's leaner. It's gonna allow you to hang on to more profit for longer, and that will move up as you start to trade successfully. Think of it like some sort of like a safety net that's always going to follow you up, but you can't go against it. That is the theory behind that. Now, obviously, we do two flavors of drawdown at FTUK. We do both the static drawdown and also the relative drawdown. Now, if you look at this graphic, this is a visual representation of how that actually works. If you look at the blue line, that is what a relative drawdown, that is what your equity curve would look like. That was like your account balance. So say, for example, we start trading from $10,000. The green line would represent how a relative drawdown would work. So as you start to increase your equity, then the relative drawdown will follow that equity up. And then as you start to lose trades and your equity starts to drop, you can see there that green line, it doesn't budge. It doesn't backtrack. Yeah, it stays flat and it's tightening as you're going, because what it's doing is it's keeping you on track. And then as you're more successful again, the relative drawdown will carry it. It's a bit like a trailing stop, sort of, but it's actually just basically not on the position, it's on your actual overall account itself. Compare that to the orange line at the bottom, so whatever that is, the starting balance, the $9,000 mark under there. That static drawdown does not move. It just stays there. So if you are successful on the account and as you're trading and it's moving in the right direction, you're increasing the amount of room that you can actually have to be wrong. And that is essentially why a lot of people really like using a static drawdown. Now, it's one of those things where it's very easy to look at what people say online and say there's only one way of running it, yeah, and that is a static drawdown would always be better than a relative drawdown. But it's not actually the case. There's a lot of good reasons for having a relative drawdown. At FTUK, you can get them on different accounts. So our instant funding account uses a relative drawdown. Our two-step has a static drawdown. So you do have a choice. You do have a choice of working if it's a big thing for you. But I genuinely think that what surprised me at FTUK is the amount of traders that have said that a relative drawdown works for them better. So it's not necessarily saying that just because you can have more room on the account that a static drawdown is better. It's not. Anyway, so we've run a poll. And let me see if I can bring this up on the website here. So on Twitter and then also on YouTube, let me just head over to the thing. Yeah, you can see it there. So we ran a poll. What type of drawdown do you prefer? Please answer for the live stream, because obviously we want to talk about it in the live stream. Massive outlying winner, obviously, a static drawdown. What do you prefer? A static drawdown. 84.8%. I mean, this was 46 votes, so it's pretty decent. And a lot of people also commenting on there as well and saying, well, it's good. It's a static drawdown, the one that everyone wants. 10% thought that a relative drawdown, and obviously that's good to see on Twitter that everybody knows what a drawdown is, and 4.3% said basically either is fine, they're not particularly bothered. Compare that to YouTube, and this is exactly the same thing on YouTube. Now, more people have voted on this. 86 people have voted overall. 45% the clear winner, obviously, is still a static drawdown. Relative drawdown was 20%. But look at this. I'm a bit worried about this on YouTube. This is slightly worrying. A lot of our YouTube audience, 23% of these people, what is a drawdown? Oh, I hope they were joking, because that's, certainly if you're a prop trader, you need to know what that is. And then 12% thought that either was fine. So clearly the winner is a static drawdown. So, that's something that we should pay attention to. That's something that we should work with, and it's something we should experiment with and see what people like, because at the end of the day, we are here to give people the kind of value and the kind of accounts that they want. Now, so we are going to sort of make some changes on the instant funding for the next 2 weeks as part of our offer, and it's a sort of experiment, but I think that most people will like it, and that is that we're going to switch to a static drawdown. Now, there's one thing that I want to say about a relative drawdown from my experience of talking to traders that use a relative drawdown at FTUK. And I want you to consider, if you're very anti-relative, I want you to consider this point very carefully. There is a key advantage to working with a relative drawdown, and that is as you scale. Now, as you know, at FTUK, you scale very aggressively. There's a psychological impact of trading at size. And it really comes from people's upbringings and their perception of what is money, what a lot of money is. And for a lot of people that don't come from wealthy backgrounds, giving them a lot of size is not always necessarily a good thing. They can't handle it. It gets harder to handle. So although the scaling program gives you that, there's more of a chance of them kind of like making a mess of it if you give them a lot of size because of the psychological problems. You get it, yeah? If you've got a static drawdown, you've got a huge amount of room to swing on the account. That's an argument for saying that a relative drawdown in that instance is a really good thing. And the key point of that is that as you're scaling with size, the relative drawdown will always be objective. As you scale in size, you will always become more subjective, in your opinion, unless you're one of these traders that's completely figured it all out. But, not everyone, and if you have, bravo, well done to you. But for a lot of people, that having that tool behind you, keeping you on track, can stop you from making a mess of your journey as you scale. Because if you're level 2 and then you're moving on to level 3, you've put an awful lot of work into your account. If you're then going to let the psychological impact of the size screw it up for you and you're going to blow it up, I mean, you've wasted a lot of time. That's an argument for a relative drawdown. And remember this, that in trading, it's not the money that you're making, it's the money you don't lose. The relative drawdown stops you from hemorrhaging it all and then seeing red and then revenge trading and blowing up. Yeah, it helps you in that capacity. So there is a very, very strong argument for it. So always consider that. However, we can't argue with these statistics. So what we are going to do for the next 2 weeks is we are going to, for every purchase of a instant funding account, this is from starting on Monday, we will include a static drawdown, and we will see whether people really want to see that as being something that they really want. And if it is, then obviously we will maybe look at making some changes from there. But it's only going to be part of the offer for the next 2 weeks. So you will see that. So instead of getting add-ons, each instant funding account with the discount, you get a good discount as well. As always, we do fantastic discounts. But what you will get is you will get a static drawdown on the account. That's from Monday. So yeah, something to consider. And bear in mind, like I said before, it's not the money that you make, it's the money that you don't lose. It is so important. Right. There we go. So that is an awful lot to cover in one live stream session. I hope your trading has gone well this week, and thank you very much for joining us. Jackson Hole, obviously, is going to give us volatility towards the end of the week. Be careful. Whatever you do, please be careful. Make sure that you keep yourself intact for next week, and we'll see you all next Friday.